In this video, I'll be opening up the Korean version of Rebellion Crash, also known as 반역크래시. Let's get going. So as mentioned, I'll be opening up the Korean version of Rebellion Crash, also known as 반역크래시. So the set came out on April 16, 2020, and it has a total of 115 cards. For those who are unfamiliar with the set, this is half of Rebel Clash in English. The other set that makes up Rebel Clash is called VMAX Rising, which I did previously open on my channel. Of course, today we'll be focusing on Rebellion Crash, and honestly, I'm quite excited. There's a lot of really nice cards, including the full art Milotic, Caparaja, Toxtricty, Dragapult, a lot of Galar favorites, as well as a couple of trainer cards like Oleana, Boss's Orders, and some nice gold cards, including that shiny Galarian Berserker. So hopefully we'll pull something today. One thing to note is that with Korean booster boxes, you are not guaranteed a secret rare. So hopefully we're lucky enough to pull something today. Before we get started, please make sure to hit the like button and also subscribe for more multi-language Pokemon openings. Let's get going. Alright, so we're back with another Korean opening, and since this is a Sword and Shield era box, it's going to be covered with a whole plastic encasing, whereas the Sun and Moon era boxes will have a big piece of tape covering the top here. So as you can see, it says Sword and Shield. Of course, this is S2, so the second set since Sword and Shield was the first set, dual release. And we have here as well 5 cards per pack and 30 booster packs per box. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up. I like how the top has the box art, actually. I think it looks super cool. You know? I'm actually really excited. It's been a long time. And I like the yellow. I like Toxtricity as a Pokemon too. And just again, just to reassure you guys that these are official licensed by Pokemon, here's the licensing: Pokemon Korea Incorporated, Pokemon Nintendo. So just to confirm with you guys that these are 100% legit. Ooh, look at that gold. That's actually kind of nice. I like my electric type Pokemon. I just think it's cool that Toxtricity is both electric and poison type. That's such a unique combination. And we got 30 packs, so let's get going. Hopefully we'll get our secret rare. I would love to pull a Milotic full art. Milotic is actually my favorite Pokemon. But even Dragapult, even Phalanx, a lot of nice full arts in this set, honestly. Okay, we have Sandygast. Ooh, my Morpeko. So cool to see in Korean. And of course, guys, these are have the yellow borders. And one thing to note about Korean cards as well. Oh, we have our first holographic. I didn't even see that. That was Stonejourner. Remember, guys, with Korean cards, also known as my hashtag curvy cards, if you leave them out for long enough, they'll eventually start bending. So if you want to keep them flat, make sure to put them in top loaders. And there's also no card trick for those who haven't noticed. We have Scyther, we have Lampent, Milcery, we have Galarian Runerigus, and then Despa. Wow, you remember. Amazing. And then we have Greenet at the very end. Unless you really like the curvy cards, then just leave them out in the air. I'd say they get more curvy when it's more humid in your area, but even someplace dry right now in New York, they'll still bend over time. So yeah.
Especially them trainer cards.
The trainer cards.
They bend like crazy.
Anything with hollow foil, especially this one, like this Flapple, super cute actually. And I don't know if you guys noticed too, it's a bit more saturated, all these card artworks. But yeah, super excited to see what else we get. I'm sure the V cards will be nice. The VMAX cards will also be super cool too. We have Luxio. I actually like that artwork. That's super cute. Durant. We have Roly-Coly, Electivire, Caliper. Nice artwork. It's been such a long time, guys. I feel like the last time I opened this was in Japanese, and that was towards the way early stages of my channel. So quite refreshing opening this set. For those who don't like Rebel Clash, I don't know what you guys are talking about. This is actually a nice set. Even VMAX Rising was really nice. I'd say VMAX Rising focuses more on the Galar starters. Rebellion Crash focuses on the other cool Pokemon like Toxtricity. We have Ninetales V here. Very nice V card. Actually don't have this in Korean yet, so super nice. And I have my Pikachu sleeves just because electric type Pokemon, right? Gotta show love to the electric types as well. But also Dragapult, of course, makes an appearance in this set as well. We've seen that so much in Shiny Star V, but this is the original set where it comes out. We have Wingull. Definitely like to touch upon sets I haven't seen in a long time. Just nice to revisit. Trevenant, shout out to Samantha Chuck, and Oleana, one of my favorite characters. No, not really. She has a interesting attitude in the game, especially after a certain point as well. But she has a nice trainer card. I believe I did pull that in Japanese, so if I pull it in Korean, that'll be a cool comparison. But otherwise, I haven't pulled Boss's Orders yet, so that'll be super cool too if I pull that. Magmortar, Clefable, very nice holographic. You can actually definitely tell that's a hollow foil.
Sometimes you can't.
Yeah, sometimes you can't, especially in the Sun and Moon era. But what I do like about the Korean cards, they're more saturated. I think it's just another interesting comparison, especially compared to the English cards. We have here Hatena, Barboach, Nosepass. That's the other one. That's the evolved one, the mega one. Nose. Probopass. There you go. Forgot that name. Now it came back. It always happens. So many names to remember. Applin, Electrode, Boomball also. Still remember the Korean name. Oh, and Chandelure. Very nice holographic, actually. I feel like a lot of the Chandelure arts are always so nice. But yes, of course, in Japanese, these cards will have silver borders or hollow borders if they're holographic. Definitely looking forward to seeing what kind of hollow foil the next generation will have, because of course in Sword and Shield you have the vertical hollow pattern. Very different from the black and white era where it was horizontal. Oh, there's our first VMAX. We have Malamar VMAX. And of course, one thing to note with the Korean cards, the texture will be thicker. The Japanese ones will be a lot thinner as well. And also the backs, international backs. So the Japanese cards will have their own specific backs. All the other languages will have the backs that look exactly like the English backs. I'd say the coloring is a bit different though. It's a little bit lighter. I don't really have any English cards to compare, but if you ever compared or put a Korean card next to an English card, the Korean card is a bit lighter, I believe. And of course the cardstock is different. It looks very similar to English cards, but in fact they feel very, very different. I know a lot of you in Craig Squad can actually confirm that because you have open packs from my web store, KrystalKollectz.com. And reassuring you guys, these are 100% authentic. One thing again I like to say about the Korean cards, you don't see as much whitening. The cards are a lot more durable, but they will curve if you don't take care of them. They're a little bit high maintenance, but I don't believe that affects grading at all. I'll do an experiment one day though. I'll definitely send one of my very curved cards, maybe to Becca. Oh, we have Toxtricity, also known as Storindo. Very nice, and not in its Gigantamax form, but it's in its amped form. Very nice. I believe it's non-amp form, I think is the blue version. I believe that's also a promo in Korean. I think I opened the giant Strinder box before, Toxtricity VMAX box, and I had a jumbo card too, which was really cool. But it's nice to open the actual set Rebellion Crash. It's been such a long time. Actually, I forgot how much I like this set. Oh yeah, Jamanbo, the cute little Snorlax artwork there. So adorable. Can never get enough of Snorlax. Also known as Kabigon in Japanese. So interesting though, Snorlax's name really differs across the board. Sometimes Korean names either take after the English names or the Japanese names. It's always different. Hihidaruma or Bulbidaruma in Korean. And we have Colossal. This is Soktansan in Korean. I don't know, that name I like to say. It's pretty fun.
It's pretty cute.
Pretty cute, right? Pretty kawaii.
Pretty kawaii.
Alright, 2 more packs from this pile. I like actually how the scissors match this time. That's pretty cool. So yeah, props to the matching scissors.
Point.
On point today without planning it. Alright, Palpitoad doing some interesting supersonic wave there. Clefairy, Squovet, ooh, a Golden Nugget, and a Ludicolo. That actually kind of matches. Very nice with the yellow borders there. Again, some cards will look good, maybe better than the silver borders depending on what colors are shown on the card. But of course others will look better with the silver borders in my opinion. I'm all about aesthetics with these cards in my opinion. And I don't know, overall I'll always be biased towards the silver borders, but I like opening Korean cards just for the comparison's sake and also to educate you guys. And we have a Luxray. But you see, with electric Pokemon type cards, they look great with the yellow borders because it matches. It's the same kind of yellow. So really no complaints there. Alright, so no secret rare yet. Just one V card so far. But let's see. Oh no, actually a couple. I somehow made 2 piles unconsciously. But yeah, I'd say like every other pack is proving to have some sort of pulls, which is nice. Spiritomb and Alcremie. Mawiping. Oh yes, thank you, cameraman. He's definitely catching on these names. He's forgetting all the English names though, however.
I don't even know them anyway. I don't even know why you're telling me forgetting them. I don't even know them in the first place.
This is true. Cameraman's only learning Pokemon because of me.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Ooh, it's your favorite. Diodo.
I like that one.
Diodo. This is Caparaja. It's different in Korean. Daewon Kiridong. Very different.
They're cute. I love that one.
Daewon Kiridong. Oh, interesting. I like that. Alrighty, moving on. Actually, a bunch of good pulls so far, which is great. So 3 V cards, 1 VMAX, and we have a whole nother pile to go. So let's see. I like how there's no card trick, just makes it easier with the opening. Litwick, Milcery. Oh, we have a nice scissor. I forgot there's a nice scissor in this set. Shout out to all the people who love scissor. All right. Hopefully, I think we're due for 1 more VMAX and hopefully that's secret rare if we are lucky. But definitely compared to Sun and Moon boxes, there's definitely a lot more pulls for sure, especially since you have V and VMAX cards. And you're definitely guaranteed at least 2 VMAXs. Oh, there we go. We have Hatrine. Do not remind me of Champion's Path Hatrine though. I'm done with that set. Unless you open in different languages, then it's fun because I'm still looking for Paul full art. For those who don't know Paul, that is the Spanish name for hop. I do not know why they named it Paul, but and apparently the pronunciation's a bit different in Spanish too. It's supposed to sound like Paulo, I believe. That's what a friend told me though, however. Alright, so let's see what else we can get. Definitely enjoying this set though. It's nice, refreshing, nice and refreshing opening this again after such a long time. Electabuzz, lots of electric type Pokemon, and a lot of other artworks haven't seen for Galarian Weezing. We've definitely seen that from Shiny Star V, but we see where it comes from originally. So with that being said, you could see a lot of these holo cards made their way into Shiny Star V, even some of the V cards like Toxtricity. Shiny Star V just took a whole compilation of previous sets and then put the best cards together plus the shinies. Greedent! But definitely looking forward to the upcoming sets. Matchless Fighters, Silver Lance, Jet Black Poltergeist, of course Eevee Heroes, everyone's excited for that. I'm just excited to see how these cards will be in the future because there's a lot of new VMAXs. Oh guys, we hit our secret rare.
How do you...
And look what it did. Oh! Wow, we got a golden Berserker, shiny Berserker. You know what's crazy? I have this in Japanese too. I also pulled it on my channel and now we have the Korean version. I'd high five you right now, cameraman, but you're a bit far away. That is amazing. Check that out. Of course, the texture is a bit thicker. I'm definitely going to post this on my Instagram shortly just to compare the with the Japanese version, of course. International backs, just to remind you guys, but very, very nice texturing, and it is number 113 out of 96, so definitely a secret rare. If anything, it's considered the ultra rare in Korean, also Japanese as well. So let's go ahead and sleeve that up. That is crazy. Amazing pull, guys. Please hit that like button if you haven't already.
They do not come up often.
They do not come up often. Gold cards.
Had a lot of Korean boxes where there is just nothing.
I feel
GXs.
I feel so blessed right now. I love Korean boxes. when you stay persistent with them, they reward you. Oh yay, we got a VMAX again. We have Dragapult VMAX.
The same one.
I feel like
no.
I feel like I have so many of these from Shiny Star V, but this is my first one from actually like S2, Rebellion Crash, because the one from Shiny Star V will say S4A. I believe that's the number. Yes, S4A.
Yep.
So just keep that in mind. Even if they are the same card, they're gonna have different numberings based on the set they come from. But we are very, very happy with that. So we got both our VMAXs. We got our secret rare. Again, they do not come very often. But when you do get it, it's such a good feeling. So this was a great video. Because I think we have like 5 packs left. Or 4 packs left actually. So let's see if we can land one more V card. But overall, it's such a great showcase of the Sword and Shield era. This is why I like Rebellion Crash so much. As well as VMAX Rising, because it's a nice showcase to all like the non-legendary Pokemon from Sword and Shield. Boss's Orders, holographic. And yes, there's a full art to that in this set, which is super cool. Full art trainers are so nice. But so we got the gold card, and it's not an item gold card. I love the Pokemon gold cards because they're shiny and they're super cool. And the quality of gold cards, even in Korean, are quite nice. Again, don't pull them too often. So, Red Shovel. Alright, even with these last 2 packs, I'm already very satisfied with this box. But of course, I'm just going to open up everything so you guys can see the entirety of the box. Alrighty, let's see. We have Hetena, we have Voltorb, Lightning, Thunderball, Mini Boomball, Jamanball, and Ice Cube. Really cute Pokemon. It's so interesting. Its Ice Cube shape does like change after a certain point. I forgot the condition, but it becomes like smaller and rounded. I think if it gets like hurt enough in battle or something. Okay, we have Masquerain, Electrode, Boomball, the Boomball, Scizor, and then, oh yeah, I think it's Hatsam in Korean. Hatsam in Korean. And then we have Bulbidalma, Galarian Darmanitan. Yep. Alright, so I'll be right back with you all. So one more thing I want to mention before we get to the final review, that you are not guaranteed a secret rare. Just because we pulled a secret rare in today's Korean booster box, sometimes they do not come up. For example, when I opened up my 2 booster boxes of Astonishing Voltackle, also known as Angchongwi Boltetekal, I did not get any secret rares from those 2 boxes. So we were very, very lucky in today's video to actually pull a secret rare. That's just how Korea do things. If you don't happen to pull a secret rare, you're not being scammed, do not worry. So without further ado, let's get on to our final review. I'll definitely also show you guys the holos just so we can see all the variety of all the pulls today. Thankfully, not too many repeats. Pretty diverse for a good sized card list. 115 cards. Hatterene, Luxray, oops, one more holo. We have Colossal, lots of Colossal. Now onto the ultra rare pulls. Not too bad. I think about 6 pulls in total with Toxtricity, also known as Strinder in Korean, Kaparaja, Ninetales V. So 3 V cards. Here's our 2 VMAXs, Malamar VMAX, Dragapult VMAX, so lots of variety.
I thought it was the same.
Right.
I've got them mixed up.
It's okay. Very similar in color. And last but not least, our actual secret rare. This is our shiny Galarian Persiker in Korean. This is amazing. Again, guys, I have to say gold cards do not come up a lot in Korean, even in Japanese as well. So very, very lucky to pull this today. So again, 6 pulls in total, which is about average for Korean booster boxes. I'd say you definitely get more pulls in Japanese booster boxes, hence why they're more expensive. And also Japanese booster boxes guarantee you at least 1 secret rare, sometimes 2 if you're very lucky. Again, that's very rare. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did so, please make sure to hit that like button and also subscribe if you'd like to see more multi-language Pokemon openings and content. Stay safe, everyone. We'll see you in the next video.